The COVID-19 crisis has had a severe impact on air traffic as the virus takes hold in more countries outside China. Airlines around the world are now experiencing significant declines in demand, leading to flight cuts, unpaid leave of staff, and as of this week, the first collapse of a carrier.
Take stock of where the industry is.
The International Air Transport Association, or IATA, updated its analysis of the financial impact of the novel coronavirus on the global air transport industry and warned that COVID-19 could cost airlines up to $113 billion in lost global revenue.
The global airline industry is in a very fragile situation at the moment. Many airlines have got very thin profit margins, and so the scale of the revenue shock that we're facing because of the COVID-19 outbreak it could be a disaster for many airlines, which is why we're seeking support from partners and from governments.
The number of flights to, from, and within China cancelled or removed from schedules totaled almost 350,000 from the end of January to the end of February. That's according to data from Cirium, an aviation and air traffic analytics company. Beijing has moved to help the stalling airline industry by rolling out cash support to domestic and foreign airlines on routes with Chinese destinations and departure points. The hope is to reshore services and stop the suspension of flights during the virus outbreak.
I think it's very encouraging that we see the Chinese government offering support to maintain connectivity because the Chinese airlines have been in the center of the crisis. They have seen a collapse in air travel, and it's been extraordinarily difficult. Many of the costs airlines have are fixed and can't be avoided, so they do need support.
Many carriers are reporting 50% no-shows across several markets, according to the IATA, with forward bookings softening as travelers curb plans for fear of contamination or simply the unknown.
Flying is a very safe form of transport, and the risk of getting any serious infection on board remains low at the moment. The reality is that the air change in an airline cabin on a jetliner is 10 times greater refresh rate than what you'd have in this building, for example. So the supplied air is very pure, and the only risk remains from close contact with other people.
IATA experts stress that it is hard to make predictions on when the airline industry will rebound after the COVID-19 outbreak. They also noted that many other industries could be adversely affected as a result of the economic shock to the airline industry. For now, the association is asking for government and industry support and cooperation during these trying times. Mirulu, CGTN, Singapore.